Okay, today I'm going to replace this tire. This is a tire from my utility cart that I pull with my lawnmower. So we're going to put a new tube and a new tire in. We're going to work this tire around this rim until the first side is off. Not worried about the inner tube since I'm replacing it. We got that side off. Now what we're going to do is this other side off of it too here. So we got our first screwdriver started here. We're just going to keep working our way around. Leave that one in there. I'm just going to take that middle one. Just keep moving a little bit at a time. Sometimes when you get a little bit off, you can just take it and pull it out and you're out. So now we got the old tire and tube out. On the new one, I'm gonna leave the tube out until we get one side of the tire put in there. I bought two of these tires and two inner tubes for about $30. If I want to replace the whole tire, tube, and the hub, it would have been twice as much. It would have been $60 to $70. So you save a little bit of money just changing the tube and the tire out. What I'm doing now is putting as much of the hub in here as I can. See, there was enough slack that I could get the whole tire in. I actually don't want this side in yet. So now that I got one side on the hub, what I'm going to do is, so the stem for the inner tube is going to go right up in here. You don't want to twist the inner tube, you want to keep it going in the same, like if I know this is the part toward the hub, I always want to keep going that direction. So you can see we got the whole inner tube in now. And I'm going to line the hub up with the stem of the inner tube. Just work a little bit till you get the, now that I have the stem in there, I want to push that inner tube down in there all the way around. So I have the inner tube in there, and it's away from, I pushed it down away from this edge because I'm going to be taking a screwdriver and prying right here, so we don't want to pinch the inner tube. So now that it's in there, I'm going to start it just by and see, I was able to get the whole tire on just by doing that. If you have trouble, you can also take a screwdriver and pry this where you're prying it back in here. Again, it went pretty easy. So now what I want to do is I want to kind of center this in the tube, or center it in the tire, so that when I put the air in it, it's centered. Sometimes if you get this off to one side, you'll have it too far off to one side. You can put up to 30 pounds on it. Yeah, I don't have it filled all the way up yet. So I'm just going to Try to get everything centered, still good. Okay, everything looks centered. We'll go ahead and pump it the rest of the way up. Again, doesn't take long. Checking it, I got the tire centered pretty good. So we're ready to put it back on the utility cart. What I also like to do is just make sure my stem isn't leaking. I just make sure it's tight. Got one of these little tubes here. Stem's tight. Put my cap back on. We're ready to reinstall it. It's a pretty easy job to do. We should be good for another 10 years. We're going to put our new tire on. So we just need to put the stem to the outside. Put our washers back on. Put our pin back in. Do the other side and we're done. All right, she's good. The wheels will probably last longer than the cart itself will.